we have some huge news and a big confirmation about the Fantastic Four film. And now that this one plot point is confirmed for the Fantastic Four First Steps, it has very heavy and very interesting implications for the film. And what's great is this is now confirmed by Disney/Marvel Studios themselves. We also have a rumor about when to expect the Fantastic Four trailer, which lines up with just basic common sense and something that Marvel Studios has done in the past. And that is to release the trailer during the Super Bowl. Marvel Studios is known for dropping huge trailers and huge scenes and TV spots for their upcoming projects during the Super Bowl. And what better time to drop the first Fantastic Four teaser trailer than the Super Bowl, where millions of eyes are going to be on it. It just makes perfect sense. Marvel knows they'll get millions of views on it right away, plus millions of views that will come from YouTube right after. And they've done this pretty much every year for a pretty long time now. So if they hold true to this and we get the Fantastic Four trailer during the Super Bowl, that means we have about a month to wait, as the Super Bowl is going to be on February 9th this year. So keep an eye out for that, and if we hear anything else, we'll be sure to do an update video. Now, diving into the Fantastic Four leak, this has now been confirmed. And it's confirmed by Fantastic Four merch that is coming from a Disney Dream store that was in Sao Paulo, Brazil. There they had official merch for the Fantastic Four, and X/Twitter user Joseph Quinn BR, Joseph Quinn Brazil, which is an update account for Joseph Quinn himself, who is playing the Human Torch, posted a photo of a Fantastic Four t-shirt. And it's pretty interesting. Of course, we have all members of the Fantastic Four here. From left to right, at the very top, it says heroes, scientists, explorers, protectors. We'll get back to this in just a bit. The pictures of them are pretty standard. Johnny is on fire. Reed just kind of looks like Reed. Sue Storm looks like she is kind of partially invisible, and the Thing looks like the Thing. Underneath them, it says their names, Johnny Storm, Reed Richards, Sue Storm, Ben Grimm, but beneath that, it says Future Foundation, confirming that the Future Foundation is going to be in the Fantastic Four reboot, the Fantastic Four First Steps. And this is huge. We had heard reports that the Future Foundation would be in the Fantastic Four First Steps, but again, since this is official merchandise from Disney/Marvel Studios, this is an official confirmation. And why is this such a big deal? Well, it's a big deal for plenty of different reasons. And one directly involves Doctor Doom, as Doctor Doom was actually a part of the Future Foundation in the comics. Reed Richards forms the Future Foundation in the comics when he gets kind of discouraged with the scientists of Earth. So in an attempt to create a better future for all of humanity, he forms the Future Foundation, with the plans to essentially mold the minds of the Future Foundation members to find solutions to the problems of the world. He starts to recruit a lot of different members. Spider-Man is a part of the team. His father joins the team, Nathaniel Richards, and that's not Nathaniel Richards as in Kang, but Mr. Fantastic's father. But then Reed Richards gets kind of disturbed to find out that his daughter, Valeria Richards, invited Dr. Doom to be a part of the Future Foundation. His father, Nathaniel Richards, also invited Dr. Doom to be a part of it as well. Now, something that's really important to know about Valeria Richards is that she considers Dr. Doom kind of her uncle. And there's a big reason for this. When Sue Storm is pregnant with Valeria, she has essentially a medical emergency. And Sue's brother, Johnny Storm, the Human Torch, convinces Dr. Doom to help save Sue and deliver the baby. Dr. Doom agrees. However, he has one condition, that he gets to name the baby, in which they agreed. And he did name the baby, and he named her after a woman that he once loved when he was young, Valeria. And ever since then, Dr. Doom has basically been very protective over Valeria, and she basically considers him an uncle. Now, we've heard that Sue and Reed's firstborn, Franklin Richards, is going to be in the movie. And I'm not sure Valeria Richards is going to be in the film unless they do a pretty decent time jump forward, because she would have to be old enough to be a part of the Future Foundation, so I don't believe that it's going to be just like the story in the comics. However, this could involve Dr. Doom, perhaps Robert Downey Jr.'s Dr. Doom. Insiders say that we are going to see Doctor Doom very briefly, but we'll see him nonetheless in Fantastic Four: The First Steps. And considering the next movie after Fantastic Four is Avengers Doomsday, it does make sense to have Doom in this film. So perhaps we might see him not as a villain yet, but as a part of the Future Foundation. But another big thing that the Future Foundation points towards is the Council of Reeds. Now, at the start of the Future Foundation, Doctor Doom has memory loss, but Reed Richards goes to Latveria to get the help of Christoph Vernan, and they set up a brain transfer machine which helps restore Doctor Doom's memories. And it works, and Christoph wants to return Doctor Doom to the throne, but he says that he can't yet because he made a promise to Valeria. When Reed Richards asks what the promise was to his daughter, he replies with, he made a promise to help her defeat Mr. Fantastic. However, Doom goes on to eventually reveal that the Mr. Fantastic that he promised to defeat were actually members of the Council of Reeds, alternate versions of Reed Richards, who actually were trapped in their universe by Valeria. So they were Reed variants who had his intelligence, but weren't exactly as good-hearted as their Reed Richards was. And recently, there have been a lot of reports and rumors that Ioan Gruffudd is going to reprise his role as Mr. Fantastic and make his way over to the MCU. In fact, a lot of people out there speculate that this mysterious cameo, this mysterious actor who Marvel Studios is making sure remains a secret on the set of the Fantastic Four, could be Ioan. But it goes even further than that when we consider the rumors of the Maker possibly showing up in the multiverse saga at some point in time. The Maker is an evil version of Reed Richards, coming from the Ultimate Universe, Earth 1610, and he plays a really big role leading up to Avengers Secret Wars and in Secret Wars. He also has a crazy role post Secret Wars, but that's a completely other story. But in the 2015 Secret Wars story, at pretty much right at the very end, the main Reed Richards and the Maker go at it. This is right before Doctor Doom and Reed Richards go at it. And the fact that the Future Foundation is now confirmed for the movie might confirm the Council of Reeds, which would probably lead to some evil variant of Reed Richards existing and coming into contact with who is going to be our main Reed Richards, which can, if done right, which I believe the Russo brothers can, if it's done right, would be absolutely crazy. But there is one more thing that the Future Foundation heavily implies about kind of the end/new beginning of the MCU. At the end of Secret Wars, they restore the multiverse. It is Mr. Fantastic, the Invisible Woman, Valeria, Franklin, and the Future Foundation who does this. And a lot of people right now believe that the main reason that Franklin Richards is going to be introduced in the MCU so soon is so ultimately when we get to the end of Avengers Secret Wars, where we assume the Avengers are going to defeat Doom and attempt to restore the multiverse, they will use Franklin Richards to help restore the multiverse. The reason being is because part of his powers are that he can actually create pocket universes. So his powers, combined with Reed Richards having the powers of the Beyonders and the help of the Future Foundation, are what end up restoring the multiverse, which is how we could get our soft reboot of the MCU. It makes a lot of sense, plus it is how Secret Wars basically ended in the comics, so it would be cool to see those parallels. It also does really offer a perfect solution to go into the next saga with one universe that has the Fantastic Four, the Avengers, and the X-Men in it. And while the Future Foundation does really imply that these things could happen, it also means that a lot of other very interesting and epic things could happen in the Fantastic Four and in Avengers Doomsday and Secret Wars. It's just kind of a let Marvel cook type of deal. So let me know how excited you are for these possibilities in the comments down below. And if you have any ideas of your own of what you think Marvel should do with the Future Foundation, please be sure to leave them in the comments as well. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to stay up to date with the Fantastic Four and all things in the MCU. You can find us on Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. And as always, thank you all so much for watching. Woof woof.